Initiating system. System downloaded.
Hey, what's going on everybody out there in YouTube land? It is the guy Bernard Rand, aka Chief Charming, back with another video. This one is a little bit of a how-to video. As you can see in the title, we're talking about jump shotting in Call of Duty, and how you do it, and how you do it with a PS5 controller. Because the PS5 controller is not a modded controller, it doesn't have the extra buttons like a SCUF or a Battle Beaver or some of the other brands that are making modded controllers now, or like the added pieces that you could even attach to a controller, whether it be PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. But I'm going to show you how to do it on the PlayStation controller with a PS5 controller until there is a SCUF that comes out for PS5, which hasn't come out obviously yet. It should be coming out soon. Whenever that happens, it looks like it'll be a while. It usually takes SCUF a long time, and even Battle Beaver as well, for them to customize your controller and send it out to you. So I think a lot of people who may order a controller from SCUF or Battle Beaver, you probably won't get it until maybe January or something like that. But until then, if you are playing on PS5 and you're playing a game like Vanguard on PS5, you have to use a PS5 controller. That's just what it is, unfortunately. And I want to show you how to jump shot with a PS5 controller and why it's important. So before we get into the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, smack that notification bell. You know how we do, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, a couple of things I just want to say. You know what time it is currently at the making of this video? It is November. We're coming up to Thanksgiving. It is getting cooler, and it is pumpkin spice season. With that being said, definitely go check out glitchenergy.com. Glitch Basic is out. It is a pumpkin spice flavor. It is a limited edition, so make sure if you are into pumpkin spice, or even if you just want to try it, go and order it ASAP. Use code BRMG at checkout, save 25%, and don't wait, because I don't think it's gonna last that long. Like I said, it is a limited edition, so when it's out, it's out. But go ahead and grab it, check it out, and you too can be a basic glitch like me. Wait, also check out the BRMG merch. It's getting cool outside, so definitely check out the sweatpants, the hoodies, jackets, all kinds of stuff, hats, whatever you want. Go check it out. BRMG merch is in the description below, and hey, it'll look good on you. Also, there's a 85% guarantee that when you wear BRMG merch while you're gaming, it increases your accuracy by 15%. 85% guarantee. I guarantee that, and I stand by that. Let's get into the video. Okay, so what I'm going to do to show you how to do this, I'm just going to jump into a custom match with a bunch of bots. The backstory for jump shotting, I think it came from the advanced movement CODs, the jetpack era of advanced warfare, and then going into BO3 and then into Infinite Warfare. There was a lot of advanced movement, power sliding, but there were jetpacks and boosters, so players were just jumping all over the place, and that advanced movement it rolled into World War II. So in World War II, what was happening were there were people who were still jumping around corners. Oh my gosh, I just got here, man. Come on, little bot. There were still plenty of people just jumping around corners, and it just stuck, from all of the jetpack era. It just really stuck with people. I'm going to show you the movement with the controller. You have to do this. You have your hands on the thumbsticks. You have to depend on your hip fire, and you could probably crouch depending on what your controller layout is. And this is basically your movement with a PS5 controller. And unless you get shot in the back by a bot with a shotty. So this is your normal movement. This is the normal movement with any, you know, regular controller. This is what it looks like. Normal movement, nothing special there. I'm crouching, standing up, missing the bots. I jump through a window. And this is what you're pretty much limited to, but not exactly. Let me find a little bot and I'm going to show you a jump shot. Okay, that wasn't quite it. Let me try this again. It's basically when you jump while shooting. You have to be careful while doing this because sometimes when you jump, it will turn your aim assist off. Okay. So it's basically you're shooting and you're jumping at the same time. Now, what that does whenever you jump while you're shooting is, if you're in a gunfight, it makes the enemy, it gives them a harder time trying to shoot you in your upper torso. Generally, when someone's shooting at you, they're shooting at center mass. So if you're being shot at by the enemy and you jump, it makes it harder for them to get headshots on you. In this game, the TTK is crazy fast. That's one of the benefits of jump shotting. So beyond jump shotting is what people call bunny hopping, and that is when you are jumping while shooting and you're just continuing to jump until you get popped by a shotty like that. And so also, like I said, it just makes it harder for people to get, you know, those critical shots on you. Okay, see that? I jumped like more than one time. I jumped like 2 or 3 times. That's what you call bunny hopping. So whenever you do it, you're going to notice that whenever you jump, every time you jump, you can jump, like your first jump is going to be really high, and then with a little realism involved, your jumps after that won't be as high because realistically, oh, that was a crazy good one. That was a good one too. Realistically, your jump, that was a horrible. Realistically, you know, in real life, if you jump, the strength in your legs, it starts to diminish, and that's why it's like that. That was horrible. I was dumbfounded for a second there, trying to figure out where my shots were going. All right, so that's jump shotting and bunny hopping. Now I'm going to tell you about cameraing. You know, breaking someone's camera and, you know, what that does, what that exactly means. So on your screen, everything that you see in your screen, everything in your POV, in your vision is what's on your camera. That's what it's called. Everything that's on your screen. If someone, let's say you're facing this way, okay? Where are you going? And someone's running up the stairs and they just jump out like this into your POV, they're jumping into your camera. When you camera someone, when you jump out like that, that's what you call cameraing someone. Get out of here, little bot. So what that effect has, if you've noticed, when someone jumps around a corner like that on you, it really messes with the refresh rate. It's like they're here, and then all of a sudden they're here. And once you try to shoot them, it's very difficult to land the shots on them because for one, your aim assist is trying to follow them, is trying to stick to them, and also depending on the refresh rate of your monitor or whatever you're playing on, it has a tough time trying to keep up with their movement. So whenever they jump like that and you can't keep up with the movement, that's what people call breaking a camera. So if you want to break someone's camera, or at least try to, you jump out from around a corner like that, or across a doorway like that, and that's how you camera someone, basically. Okay, now I'm going to go to the settings and I'm going to show you how you can do it. Basically, you're going to remap your buttons on your controller. When you do this, you go to settings, the PlayStation settings, you go to accessibility, you need to go down to controller and custom button assignments. When you do that, you just go right here to customize button assignments, select that, and the way that I do it, it's easier for me is if I map my thumbstick, my right thumbstick, to X, and that's, you know, that's the jump button, depending on however your stick layout is in game. I use X to jump, and usually usually your right thumbstick is, you know, R3. So if you notice down here, this is X and is going to my right thumbstick, but up here it's R3. So what happens is they basically get swapped around. So you kind of have to be careful whenever you do this, because when you change it in the PlayStation settings, it changes that button layout for everything that you play. So let's say if you're used to jumping with X, and you remap the buttons like that for, you know, Call of Duty, if you go to a different game like Horizon Zero Dawn or any other game, you have to remember you have to remember that you remap the buttons. So every other game that you play, everything that you play, even if you're back in the menu, it's remap your buttons to this particular layout. Okay, now I'm back to the default layout, and I want to show you how I play personally, and this is how I will be playing most likely until I can get another controller. So my R3, my right thumbstick, I will remap that to X, and I will apply that. Okay, so there we go, those are swapped around. Now I'm going back into customize buttons, and now I'm going to swap the X button, which is now R3. I'm going to swap that with circle, because I want to jump with my right thumbstick, and I also want to slide with my X button. It just works out better for me. I'll still be able to pick things up with the square button like I usually do, but now instead of how it automatically swapped those two buttons, my R3 and my X, I don't want my X button to actually be the R3 button. I want my X button to be the circle button. So now you see how it's remapping. It's remapping the circle to R3, and R3 is now going to be my circle button. So I come down to the bottom and I hit apply. So this is how this is how I play until I can get, you know, the controller that I want. So the X button I am jumping with my R3. I am using the X button as my circle to be able to slide. The actual circle button I'm using as the R3, and in COD, the way my layout is, my button layout is, R3 is what you use to, if I'm not mistaken, it is for melee. So that's my layout. I hope this video helped someone, and I hope to see you out there on the battlefield. breaking cameras, and jump shotting and bunny hopping as well. So we'll see you in the next video. Later.